Once the employer has read the CV, he or she may reject it if it does not meet qualifications, or it may be accepted. After the resume is approved, the employer will call in the applicant for an interview. Okay, now we're coming to the bottom of this flow chart. So again, two things can happen here after the interview. With a successful interview, the applicant can be accepted, and of course if the interview is not successful, then the applicant will be refused. So let's continue from the end of the sentence here again and just finish up what this hiring process flow chart is showing. If the interview is unsuccessful, the job candidate can be refused by the employer. However, provided that the interview goes well. Again, pay attention to all of the paraphrasing here. So candidate instead of applicant here, goes well instead of successful here. So again, paraphrasing will show the examiners that you are very clear on the topic and that you have a deeper understanding of language, so it will help to improve your marks. So however, provided that the interview goes well, the applicant will likely be hired for this position. Again, instead of job, I'm paraphrasing it with position. Alright, so that's the end of analyzing this flow chart. Now we just need a couple of sentences to give a conclusion and tell the audience or tell the examiners here what we can learn from this flowchart. So what is it that's interesting that we can understand from going through all of these steps? So again, remember, one paragraph, so the 1 or 2 sentences to conclude will come at the end of this sentence here. Okay, clearly this company has set up this 10-step hiring process to ensure that the So clearly this company has set up this 10-step hiring process to ensure that the best candidates are hired for job positions. During this evaluation system, each applicant must be approved by both the assistant and employer before gaining the employment position. Okay, and that concludes what we learned from this flowchart and explains it to the reader. Now, again, remember, once you have finished the 150 to 200 word paragraph for task 1, if you have a couple of minutes after task 1 or at the end when you finish task 2, make sure to review your work. So try to skim read task 1 as well as task 2, of course, and just check to make sure that you haven't made any big mistakes. So let's look at our paragraph. Now, let's check for some mistakes. Remember, the most important mistake to check for are coherence mistakes or information mistakes. So just make sure that you didn't miss any important steps or stages in the flowchart. Make sure that you don't have any major tense errors or grammatical errors that are confusing or make it difficult for the reader to understand. And then, if you see some spelling mistakes, try to correct those as well, but those are not as important as the information mistakes. So let's see what our final paragraph for this flowchart looks like. Okay, if you've enjoyed this lesson and you would like to learn more, take an online IELTS course, please visit us at www.aehelp.com and let us know what you think.